Well, I mean, they try to deny that the fact that it is not, the 135 million is just a charge.
The 235.
The 235 million is just a charge on the panel.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at in this press release that was released by the Minister of Health,
Mm-hmm.
she is acknowledging that the charge, not just the charge, but the loan available. So now this charge is now turning
To a loan.
to a loan.
Right, it's not just a charge.
It's a charge.
There's no bank in their right mind will go to the trouble and pay their lawyers to prepare a document that's over 72 pages.
And you have that document here.
Yeah, we have the document. You know, we always got the document.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They would not go to the trouble of preparing a document that's over 72 pages and register to the land registry if this wasn't real. You see, nobody will do that. If it ain't real, you keep it in your lawyer's office. You don't register where everybody can see. Because you want everybody to know, if you're dealing with this land, we got an interest in it. And our interest in this thing could amount up to $235 million.
On the heads of the people.
That's it, yes.
Now, Honorable panel, the people of the Turks and Caicos Islands will have to bear this humongous borrowed loan. Do we, at this point in the opposition, has the government declared in the House of Parliament or to the people of this country or even the opposition, have they declared what is the interest rate we are going to be paying on this loan?
Yeah, I see what you're getting at there. That's the other thing that's very curious. We don't know what the interest rate is.
You mean we have a signed agreement
Yeah.
that was certified on the 11th of January in the name of the people of the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Right.
And we, the people in this country, don't know yet what is really our burden.
No, we don't know.
Is that?
We have no idea what the figure is. We don't know if it's interest only. We don't know if it's principal only. We don't know if this is being funded from some other obligation or some new arrangement. We don't know any of that. All we know is that there's this charge on the property for $235 million. We don't know what the interest rate is on the total amount that they draw down off of the $235 million. And that has to be clear to people. They have the right, at any time they want to surpass what they've already borrowed, you see? And the letter written by Mark Young of First Caribbean clearly says that they've already raised this money. Right now, if they've already raised this money, you have to ask yourself, what is going on with the hospitals? Because the money has already been raised, that already accounted for. They got that, you could say it. They got that money. That's money that they have gotten, and we don't know who has it. Is it the hospital developer or the government? You see?
Well, Honorable Parnell, I mean, someone that who's sitting and watching this program will sit back and think, okay, are you telling me the people of the Turks and Caicos Islands are getting 2 little hospitals, 40 beds in Providenciales, 20 beds in Grand Turk?
It's particularly a crime in Grand Turk because, and I say it's a crime because this is why it's a crime for Grand Turk people. People in Grand Turk need to listen to this. At the Grand Turk Hospital now, there's currently 33 beds.
33.
So we are actually paying money to get less beds.
Reducing the size.
We are reducing the size. This isn't just a deal where you get 20 beds and, oh, you went from 10 beds to 20 or something like that. The Grand Turk Hospital has the capacity for 33 beds right now, and it's getting reduced with the new hospitals.
But Honorable Parnell, someone that is watching this show in Jamaica, for instance,
Yes.
and hear us explaining that we are talking about $235 million to facilitate these two little hospitals, 20 bedrooms, and Grand Tuck 40 and probably. I'm sure that Turks Islander that is residing in Jamaica has to be sitting back and said, I know the Turks and Caicos government got to be talking about 235 Jamaican dollars. It can't be US dollars to build these little hospitals, because with this amount of money we could build 5 South Miamis here in the Turks and Caicos Island for that kind of money. But the Minister of Finance also, after denying that this is just only a charge, now they came out a few days ago and said, actually the Minister of Health, and said that this hospital, that she would like to stress to the people of this country, in fact, that although approximately $110 million is provided in this instrument or in this loan, which the PDM had shown in the press conference, it does not mean that any of it will be utilized or used, because it is more like an insurance policy. Can you explain? Can you try to explain to the people of the Turks and Caicos? What do you think the minister intended to say to us?
Well, I think number one, they were just responding to the alarms that their supporters sent to them, because obviously all of that money, people are saying to themselves, what is it for? And she tried to rationalize the $110 million difference between the 125 that they reported in the Sun and the 235,
correct,
which is the amount of the charge, the lien against the property, which is 110. But in this statement, she says that the loan is 124. So 235 minus 124 is actually 111. So if she believes her own words that the loan is 124, she should rightly be saying that the contingency is 111 million, not 110. So there again is another area where they don't know which figure they're quoting. They don't know what it is they're saying. An insurance policy of $110 million. I mean, there is no way, there is absolutely no way that an insurance policy of that size, $110 million would have to be put in place to cover hospitals that originally cost $75 million. So that does not add up. Everyone knows if you build a house and the bank says, listen, we need to have insurance against you in case something happens to you, you go down to the insurance company, you take your test, you do whatever you got.